Hey guys, how's it going and welcome back to the channel. So, it's the last episode in the P-40 build, and in this video we're going to be looking at weathering the model and a little finishing detail. So, we're going to be looking at the chipping on this one, and I'm also doing an oil weather instead of using what I usually use is Tamiya panel liner. So I'll be going through the quite basically, using oils as a pin wash. And of course at the end, because it's the last episode, we'll be looking, won't be looking, I'll showing you, I'm losing the plot tonight. I'll be showing you, obviously, the finished model. So without further ado, and me losing the complete plot, let's get into it. So we can start off with some modelling. I've used filter foam for this, cut into a thin strip, using a little bit of thinned out buff from Vallejo, and just give that a light misting over the foam and let it seep through, giving it that mottled effect. Again, using the same foam, I've used that to add some little scratches. I used MIG steel for this, and then added some of those, joining some of those bits together with a fine brush, as well as adding a few extra chips here and there. And also did the same on the propeller boss as well as the props. Now on to the wash, and for some bizarre reason I decided in this case I was going to make my own. So in this case I've used sort of some really cheap artistry oil paints. I used burnt umber, ultra blue and carbon black. Now I did actually use a large amount of this, and I didn't mix it very well, so I took a chunk out into another mixer and thinned that out considerably more. And the same as any other panel liner, just put it within the panels. And then to get rid of it, I just used a bit of kitchen towel and followed the sort of what would be the airflow of the aircraft, and leaving obviously all that oil in those recesses. I also used the same oil mix to add a little bit more to it. So the idea behind this was just sort of was basically just to add areas of built up grime, dirt and grease, and I put these in pretty much most of the corners of the panels. Now, the only problem with using the oils, they can take quite a long time to dry out, and it had been about 4 or 5 days. They were still a bit damp, so I broke the missus' hairdryer out and sped up that process. Now, keeping with the sort of leaks and stains and grime build-up, I used Tamiya's matte black and red brown, mixed them together, so of course we get a blacky reddy brown. And I use this for all the sort of basically all the oil stains and sort of the build-up of crud from the exhausts in there as well. So basically I've used that as sort of like the basis, as I said, for the oil stains. I then moved on to using AK's engine oil, which will then bring out that a little bit more. So that's like a sort of like a yellowy brown sort of looking colour, and adding that onto it, I think it made it stand out a lot more. For the exhaust, I just used straight up black pigment, then a bit of pigment fixer there, which also you know, made the wear even more sort of standoutish, particularly around by the cockpit. As you can see, took some of it away, which I thought looked good because obviously the pilot getting in and out, you know, he's going to sort of possibly rub some of that exhaust stain away. I also used the same pigment for the ejector slips. I was obviously, you know, being well used, you know, you potentially going to have a lot of sort of cordite residue. I also decided to make things really awkward even further by putting the radio wire in, which consists of 3 wires, one going to each wingtip and one in the centre of the fuselage. For this I used MIG rigging. It's really good stuff. It's really flexible, so as you'll see here now, you know, you can pull on it and it goes, you know, back into place. So if you do catch it, you know, no real to worry, because it goes back. And then all that was really left to do was just to put the navigational lights in. So I based them silver and then used clear red and green from Tamiya. So there we go, guys, that's the P-40 done. She's now ready, and possibly by now, hopefully by now, it will be on eBay. So if you're interested in the model, the link will be in the description at the bottom. And of course now, before we go, obviously going to show you the finished model completely. I'd like to thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you did enjoy it. Next, I've already actually got something lined up. I've been asked to do a commission build on an SE5A. You might have heard me mention it in the last video I did, which was just a bit of an update. So I'll pop that in the description below, as well as the link for this model on eBay. So yeah, thanks very much for watching. You can also follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and here's the finished model.